Papashevska, you know what mood I'm in?
Let's see. Giveaway mood?
I'm in a giveaway mood, man. Okay, last night I went to, I think it was like a Walgreens.
Yeah.
We are doing the Thanks giveaway.
Yeah.
All the way into December.
Okay, cool.
But we launched it at the live stream on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving. We are giving away up to, well, that one's the $250 one. This one's
$250.
This one's $175. So I asked the woman at checkout to write them on there because then I'd be really screwed. Yeah. $150 for this one. That one's $250. To enter in, to get an entry to win these gift cards, which are Amex, you can go spend them anywhere. And also we're giving away...
Anywhere you want?
Anywhere you want. We're also giving away 10 Your Auto Advocate t-shirts of your choice.
Because
you got the sweatshirt on.
Yeah, because we're determined to see 350 million Americans wearing a Your Auto Advocate t-shirt of some kind.
The way to enter, you just have to run a report on the market price report. So
that's it? Just run a report?
Just run a report.
Really?
Really.
Is there anything else?
Which is free.
Yeah.
So the bar to entry is really low to get a chance to win some cash, which is kind of cool.
It's not cash, it's a cash equivalent.
Cash equivalent.
Card, yeah.
The other way to get another...
There's more than one way?
We should do more contests. You're great. The way to get a second entry is to simply take a screenshot of that report and tag us on Twitter or Instagram with hashtag #, Your Auto Advocate.
Hashtag Your Auto Advocate, ladies and gentlemen. You do that and you'll have 2 entries to win one of these fine Amex gift cards. Yes. One of these could be yours, could be in your hands real soon, assuming you run that free report.
We're already 2 minutes into a promo.
Yeah. Okay. And hashtag us, because I've always wanted to be hashtagged.
Long story short, contest rules are down below, runs through December 7th. Okay,
December 7th?
December 7th.
Pearl Harbor Day?
Your mom's birthday as well.
Also my mom's birthday. She would have been 107 this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dorothy, right?
Dorothy, yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's hop into today's video. Thanks for bearing with us. Timestamps, of course, have been down below, so you'd probably skip to this point. More power to you. We are talking about the cheapest vehicles to insure.
Used vehicles.
Used vehicles to insure.
Yes.
Before we even get into the list, can you talk about kind of what dictates insurance rates on different cars, different vehicles? Like what's going to justify a much higher rate or a much lower rate? Some of the inputs.
Well, some of the inputs are... how expensive the vehicle is. That's one of the inputs. How often a vehicle like that is involved in an accident. What the cost of repair is when it is involved in an accident. How often a vehicle like that or that vehicle is reported as stolen. So things of that nature are what determines how much it costs to insure certain vehicles.
There's all sorts of vehicle-specific things, and then I imagine there are driver-specific things.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember my insurance rate was a lot higher than my sister's, who's a little bit older than me, and also not a man, a young man driving an expensive car. And so, there's driver-specific things, there's vehicle-specific things, and then I'd imagine you tell me there are geographic-specific things. Like if I live in an inner city versus if I live out in the country or something like that.
It depends on your address as well, absolutely. Your garaging address.
Yes. Okay, so then what on the list are rated as, some of your least expensive options?
Well, the 10 least expensive used cars to insure, and maybe they're the 10 least expensive used cars to insure because, I don't know, they're the 10 least popular cars of all time, perhaps. I don't know. So they're not sold in any real volume.
And we'll link down to the article down below.
The absolute, according to Mercury Insurance.
Wait, we gotta do it. You gotta do it backwards.
Okay, but according to Mercury Insurance, so we have to say this is let's give attribution as to who came up with this information, and it was Mercury Insurance, which is if it's not your favorite insurer. Well, it should be, because they compiled all this stuff.
Number 10.
Number 10, a 2016-17 Volkswagen Golf.
Okay.
Yes, which is a fairly popular vehicle.
Yeah, I would
Number
say.
9, the 2016-17 Hyundai Veloster.
Not a ton of them on the road.
Not a ton of them on the road, and it is a sportier type vehicle. So I find that surprising that would be a less expensive vehicle to insure.
It's like sportier looking, but then I imagine performance-wise.
Yeah,
it's
but the people that buy them might buy them with the intent of driving them, like the sports car they're not.
Yeah, it's well said.
Yeah. Number 8 on the list is the 2016 to 18 Hyundai Elantra.
Makes sense.
Which I could understand, and it's a nice little car. It's a nice smaller car.
It's a tiny compact car, but yes.
Well, it's a smaller version of the Hyundai Sonata.
Sonata's a car.
And so it's a pretty nicely equipped automobile, and apparently inexpensive to insure.
Yep.
2016-17 Honda Fit is on there.
One of my favorite looking vehicles of all time. That and the Chevy Spark.
Wow, you might be.
Is it on the list?
Number 6 on the list is the 2016-17 Buick Verano. And I can actually sit here and tell you, I have no damn idea what a Verano is.
I'm trying to think, what the heck does that even look like?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's cheap to insure. Number 5 on the list is the Chrysler 200. I do know what that looks like, and I would just think that car's got to be expensive to repair when it's in an accident. But what do I know?
Yeah.
Number 4 on the list, and this really surprises me, honestly, is the 2017-2019 Fiat 124 Spider, which is the Fiat
car.
Which is the Fiat version of the Miata.
Yeah.
And that's a sports car, and sports cars typically are not inexpensive to insure because, well, people drive them a little more recklessly than they do.
The Miata's not on this list, is it?
It is not.
So I guess that's something to keep in mind would be if you're in the market for a Miata or a Miata equivalent.
Yeah, go with the
Fiat's
Fiat.
Going to be way cheaper to insure.
Yes,
That's really
and then there's another Fiat on the list.
500.
And the Fiat 500, which is, I can appreciate why that would be inexpensive to insure because they're probably still looking to sell their first dozen of them. I shouldn't take shots at Fiat.
You worked at Mini.
I worked at Mini, and Fiat was supposed to be a competitor brand, and they really weren't. I mean, we very rarely lost a deal because somebody said, well, I'm going to get the Fiat. Not really.
Yeah,
no. There's 2 tied for number 1, and they're both Chevys.
Okay, the Spark's got to be one of them.
The Spark and the Chevy Sonic. Yes. Those are the 2 least expensive cars, used cars. The 2016 through 2019 Chevy Spark and Chevy Sonic, according to Mercury Insurance.
Yeah.
To insure.
And I've got an idea because I do,
You have an idea?
I have an idea.
Very cool.
We recently signed our partnership with a company that allows us to sell vehicle service contracts, which are colloquially called extended warranties. And so I've been, what the industry term is rating, which is you enter the VIN, you enter the mileage, and you get back the rates that it's going to cost to cover that vehicle.
Because they know how many things are going to break.
It's just like insurance.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is insurance.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's a contract,
Yeah.
It's pretty much insurance. It's the same actuarial process.
Yes.
And so I've been doing it for a bunch of Chevy products.
Yes.
I mean, my hunch for why those are number 1 is because the manufacturer warranty lasts for a pretty substantial amount of time. So it's covered a lot. A lot of the issues are covered by the manufacturer. And then the second thing is that it's really cheap to repair. Like when they do get issues, it's not expensive. And so it makes sense that they're the cheapest, some of the cheapest.
And just out of curiosity, didn't you have somebody yesterday ask for what an extended service contract would be for a pre-owned Audi of some kind?
Poor guy. I mean, I sent him back the screenshot.
Yeah.
I mean, we put our markup in it, and it's a flat amount, and it's not a lot, okay? And this poor guy, the wholesale cost was $7,800, and I sent him the screenshot back, and it showed $8,100, and he's just and that was for a 3-year, 3-year coverage, and it's that's going to be really expensive to insure. That's going to be really expensive to protect. That's going to be really expensive if you had to pay out of pocket for some of the issues.
Well, here's what's going to happen. He's going to look at that and go, well, I'm not spending $8,100 on an extended service contract. What he's not really factoring in is, well, he's probably going to spend that and more over the next 3 years to fix all the problems that are going to go wrong in it. Because if they know... If they need that kind of money to cover the expense that they anticipate, well, then why, as the consumer, wouldn't you realize that you're about to incur all those expenses if you don't insure it?
We'll do follow-up videos about extended service contracts, the extended warranties. Don't worry, because it's super interesting now getting into the weeds. So that just happened, that we signed our agreement and we're able to sell direct to consumer. Also, we're never in a video going to name who we're working with because we really don't want to have like dealers beating down our door, like literally my dad's door, and being like, stop doing this, because we're cutting them out. But anyway, we'll save that for another video.
Lucky for them, we won't be here much longer.
Yeah, we're going on the
road.
We're
on the lam, buddy. We're going out in the lam. We're running away.
All right, why don't we wrap up?
10 least expensive used trucks, vans, and SUVs to insure. HRV, the Honda HRV. Is number 9 and tied with the CRV. So either you're a C or an H and you're a V and you're a Honda. The Chevrolet Colorado at number 8. A 2016 Kia Sportage at number 7. The 2000
Sportage. It's French.
Yeah, Sportage. I think, didn't you have a Sportage when you were in
When I was in Iceland, yep. Yeah. The Kia Sportage.
The Sportage, yes. That's how the French say it, right after they go to the Target store. The 2016 17 Mazda CX-9 is number 6 on the list. Number 5, the 2016 through 18 Honda Pilot. Number 4, the 2016 through 18 Hyundai Santa Fe. Is there a French way to say Santa Fe? I don't know. No. Is there a French way to say Hyundai?
Yeah, just say Hyundai, and then confuse the shit out of everyone.
Yeah. Number 3 on the list is the 2016 Dodge Ram 1500. Number 2, the 2016 through 19 GMC Savannah, which I think is some type of...
that reminds me of the Buick Verano. I have no clue what that looks like.
I think that's their van. I think.
Which would make sense because isn't number 1 a van as well?
The Chevrolet Express.
Pretty sure that's a van.
I have no flipping idea. So, according to our dear friends at Mercury Insurance, these are some of the cheapest vehicles to insure used cars and trucks in America today. So, if you're looking for a used car or truck and you want to have cheap insurance, contact Mercury.
No,
hey, can we invoice them for this? And B, look at some of these vehicles that are on the list. And knowing Zach and the skill set that he has, he'll post this on the video as we're talking about it.
Yeah, I like how you team me up for that. And also, you can win one of these to pay for your first insurance payment.
Almost win money. Okay,
see?
Or a cash equivalent.
There you go. Oh, I probably shouldn't put the barcode up there.
No, you should not.
I'll have to maybe see if I can blur that. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Very cool. Yeah, this was fun. We should do this again in a few more minutes.
You're like already done. You're like, get me out of here.
Come on.
Let's go. Chop.